Radio Tirana. From now on, Radio Tirana listeners, you can hear us only on internet in the following address: rts.al/radio.tirana-3. Hello everyone, today you'll hear the news, best review and finally profile. Join us. First, Italy will reopen the issue of Albania's accession to the European Union and North Macedonia after the proposal was refused due to France's opposition. That was the statement issued in Tirana by Vincenzo Amendola, Minister for European Affairs, who reiterated Rome's intention to recover what it called a mistake. A serious and historical political mistake, because many of the countries seeking to participate in the accession process, and in particular Albania and North Macedonia, have done much in terms of reforming their institutional architecture, said Amendola. However, according to Minister Amendola, we will soon face a new scenario. There is a new commission coming into play in December, so we have to wait until March when, together with the new commission, we will work on what will be an important point for our decision. German Chancellor Merkel says she wants to find consensus with France in order to reform the enlargement of the European Union as soon as possible. The statement was issued in Zagreb by Merkel following the meeting with her Croatian counterpart Andrej Plenković. We support the plans of the Croatian government to host a joint conference with Western Balkan countries. It's also important for us to create the necessary conditions in order to open accession negotiations with Albania and North Macedonia, the German Chancellor said. Merkel also highlighted that the process of reformation must offer Western Balkan countries a real perspective for accession. The German Chancellor is in Zagreb to attend the European People's Party Congress. Croatia will take over the EU's rotating presidency during the first half of next year, while Germany during the second half. Both of the countries are strong supporters of accessions of Western Balkan countries into the EU. U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee reportedly approved the nomination of Yuri Kim as U.S. Ambassador to Albania. If her nomination is confirmed by the Senate, Ms. Kim will take over the seat left vacant by former U.S. Ambassador Donald Lo. Yuri Kim, a 20-year veteran U.S. Foreign Service officer, was nominated by the U.S. President Donald Trump to serve as the U.S. Ambassador to Albania in June. In a hearing before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee last month, she told senators that among her top priorities would be to reinforce diplomatic foreign assistance to Albania for strengthening the rule of law and combating corruption and crime. Radio Tirana with the news. The Minister of Finance and Economy, Anila Denaj, presented in principle the draft budget 2020 to the Parliamentary Committee on Manufacturing, Trade and Environment. In front of the members of the Parliament, Minister Denaj stated that through the 2020 draft budget, the Minister of Finance and Economy remains committed to a prudent and realistic macroeconomic framework for continuous fiscal consolidation, strong public finances, financial stability, and stability of Albania's external position. In terms of macroeconomic policies and indicators, this budget aims to achieve economic growth, which is projected to be at 4.1% in 2020, a growth driven mainly by domestic demand, both consumption and investment. This growth projected for 2020 will be translated into more employment, the creation of about 35,000 new jobs, and a further reduction of the unemployment rate below 11%, said Minister Denaj. The 2020 draft budget provides for a higher level of public investment of over 4.5% of GDP in support of economic growth and employment. It is also aimed at maintaining the positive primary balance, which will be positive for the fifth consecutive year at 0.7%, aiming to keep debt on a downward trajectory, while by the end of 2020, public debt is expected to drop to 62.2% of GDP, to drop below 60% of GDP in 2021, and further to about 57% in 2022. The draft budget aims to keep the budget deficit below 2%, where by 2020 it is planned to be at 1.6% of gross domestic product, the lowest target of the last 2 decades. A new ferry will start operating the Vlora-Brindisi route this Saturday, November 23rd. Chairman of Vlora Port, Admir Malai, stated that the new vessel named Prince will cut travel time and ticket prices. The speed of the ferry is 70 knots. Thus, the trip is expected to last about 4 hours. Moreover, the new service will improve competition in maritime passenger movement between Albania and Italy. Malai stated that the ferry tickets are 30% cheaper than the existing service, and a transportation service agreement will be for a term of 1 year. Moreover, he added that various carriers have operated the Vlora-Brindisi route fore and left, while the contract with the new vessel can be renewed when the year is completed. He was convinced that the company will continue its service because it agreed to start the route in winter season. The Prince vessel is arranged to accommodate 150 cabins, 1,000 passengers, 300 cars, and 30 trucks. Previously, it operated daily routes from Brindisi to Corfu and Igoumenitsa in Greece. And the last news from Radio Tirana. Tirana Mayor Erion Veliaj has announced that Tirana has officially been announced the winner of the Youth Capital 2022 award. By posting on social networks, Veliaj stated that the city and the young people will be the engine for the European youth in the year 2022. Tirana is officially the winner of European Youth Capital 2022. Great news for the city and especially for young people who will be the engine of the European Youth Year 2022, writes Veliaj. That's all about the news. Radio Tirana. Coming up next, press review. We start today's press with Panorama Daily Paper, writing that OSCE Ambassador to Tirana Boshak presented on Thursday the annual report of the president's work, while the vice chair of the mission in Vienna, Harry Kayman, said that his work was correct on the going-on reforms. We commend the president's work supporting Albania's democratic reform efforts, particularly amidst a domestic backdrop of political polarization. Consistent with OSCE principles and commitments, we believe it is important to support individuals' political engagement and their right